Hello, good afternoon. I am so happy to be here. I hope you all are doing so well. First thing is, oh my gosh, look at my hair. It's crazy. so, yeah, it's growing, and all the things that we're doing with oils and care and supplements are working. So if you have ever thought, wow, I lost my hair like Alison, don't worry, there's hope, but no judgment. It'll settle here hopefully soon. But I just feel really dorky right now. So let's dive into functional metabolism, what it means, all the things that we want to talk about. So if you're on my newsletter list, you probably saw that I'm offering a functional metabolism program that launches in January, but I'm offering it right now with $500 off, and you get 6 extra weeks for free with me for more consultations, more support, more time to dive in and really just take care of you. So what is functional metabolism? What does it mean? How can it help you? All that good stuff. So functional metabolism is my term for using functional medicine as a base to learn about your body, how your unique metabolism works, and allow your body to simply work the way it's supposed to. This is when you feel your best energetically, you are sleeping great, your stress is managed, your weight and size is where you feel comfortable, happy, and your hormones are balanced, your libido is on point, life is good, you feel active and happy. Now, that all might sound like a miracle to you, but that's okay. That's part of this process of figuring out who you are. And now, if you know me, you know that I actually hate talking about weight loss, leading with weight loss, marketing for weight loss, even though it's one of the biggest reasons that people come to see me as a new patient. So as always, there's like 10 other symptoms that someone's dealing with at the same time that they want to lose weight. And that is the guide to figuring out, why is your body holding on to weight? Where is it holding on to weight? Why is it yo-yoing or growing or like static, or why is nothing working? All of those things are huge clues into who you are as a unique person, a unique individual. You have your own physiology and hormone systems that might be similar to others, but you need your own care. So that is really our main goal, is to discover why your body's carrying the weight and then help release it. So there's so much that I want you to know about metabolism. I could talk for hours on this topic, and I won't. I already scripted this out. You can see that I'm reading, so I'm not going to take up too much time. Plus, this is why I'm finishing the book about it, so that way you have all the information in one place instead of me talking all the time. So, I went to the library to do more research and see what was going on currently in the metabolism and weight loss field. And there's hundreds, thousands of books and courses on weight loss. And man, I skimmed through a lot of them. And in my opinion, of course, they have so much misinformation out there. It's eat less, work out more, no excuses. And of course, they're always written by they're written by men who don't have hormone imbalances, don't deal with monthly cycles, typically don't have autoimmune conditions. So that makes it really difficult for your average woman to pick up a book on metabolism and go, oh, okay, I just have to eat 1,000 calories a day, and I need to work out and do cardio for 30 minutes and lift weight for 45 minutes and then do yoga, and work 10 hours and take care of the kids and cook. And it's impossible. So our goal really here today is to give you some really big clues into, not clues, but top tips on how to get started with your program. So we'll get there in a moment. And the other thing that we see a lot is that you might lose some weight with some of these programs, and that's great. And maybe a weekend or 2 weeks in, you're like, wow, I'm tired, I'm cranky, I'm starving, I'm not sleeping, my energy is tanked. And then either you start gaining the weight back, you hit a major plateau, or you crash and burn and you go all out. For me, that looks like, all right, pizza and Chick-fil-A and just get me a case of soda, right? Like, I don't care anymore. It's not worth the pain and suffering. And you're right, it's not. And we're going to talk about that too. So how do you lose weight, fat, inches without sacrificing your health, and what will work best for your body type? That's the big question, right? And sitting here, I can't answer that for you. I wish I could. I wish you could type in the comments your height, your weight, your body type, your blood type, and I'll be like, oh, do this program and you'll be perfect. But it doesn't work like that, right? The other thing is that our metabolism is supposed to be flexible. It's supposed to have periods of, excuse me, of course, better than hiccups. Your body is supposed to have times of excess, like summer, excess movement, excess food. Is supposed to experience times of leanness in winter, of less food and less movement. And by incorporating either these seasonal cyclical patterns, your hormone cyclical patterns, into the way you manage your food, diet, and exercise, you're going to see that changes. You're going to be more confident in taking care of yourself as well. So the first thing out, of course, is figuring out, what is your body telling you? Why are you carrying your weight? Where are you carrying your weight? So if it's in your belly, typically that's cortisol, maybe estrogen imbalance. If it's hips and thighs, that's traditionally very estrogen balanced, but also insulin resistance. If you're carrying weight everywhere, that's typically thyroid. If you have the beer belly, that's more of a either metabolic syndrome or a liver congestion issue. And then, of course, you want to get your blood work done. I can't tell you how many people have come to me convinced, Alison, my thyroid is broken. It's my thyroid. It's my thyroid. And the same thing actually happened to me throughout going to chiropractic school and then working on my health. I was seeing applied kinesiology physicians and we were doing muscle testing. My thyroid would all talk, oh, your thyroid, you need thyroid medicine. But whenever I did my lab work, my thyroid was fine, clean, no autoimmune. So get your blood work done before you do anything else. You know, the same thing with estrogen dominance. You think like something's wrong, but it might not be the actual issue. So we really want to dive into what's happening, what organ systems are off, what hormone systems off, including thyroid, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, cortisol, DHEA, pregnenolone, leptin, ghrelin, all of them at one time. We want to check them out. And if you assume that you have one issue and you go out and you spend all your money on the top thyroid supplements and you get a thyroid cookbook and you get your iodine and you start doing all these treatments for it and you do a full thyroid program without ever testing your thyroid, you might end up doing more harm than good. And you're still going to be tired. You're still going to be sick. You're still not going to be able to lose weight. You still won't have the energy to exercise. You'll still be up all night, right? Like we'll still have our problems because we never got to that root cause. So that's really the big goal. So the next part of this is that it's probably pretty safe that you have a blood sugar imbalance. I think I've only met 2 people in the past 5 years that I was like, okay, your blood sugar seems pretty stable. So most people do have a blood sugar imbalance, whether it's too low, too high, is roller coastering all day long, pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, late onset diabetes, all of those things. So I really love that doTERRA MetaPower system. This is where you're going to see big changes really fast. And maybe not even really fast, but you're going to see those big changes. And really fast to me means within a week. And most people are seeing results in a week. So it might be 10 days, 2 weeks, a month. Give your body time. You know, we didn't get to where we are overnight, and we're not going to fix it overnight either. And that's okay. And so we really want to balance your blood sugar throughout the day, which means eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, not skipping breakfast, doing slower workouts that aren't going to increase your cortisol, and working on sleep as well. So this is probably one of the best places to start for changing your health, your metabolism, energy, and sleep. And then I'll link to our challenge group that we're doing. We started in the end of October, but we're continuing on with more and more education. So you're not too late to join us on that one either. So that's in a separate group. So how do you prep for a weight loss program, a diet, maybe just a fitness program? Maybe your goal is like, hey, I want more energy and I want to run a half marathon this year, but you need to get in shape. You need to have the energy. You need to be sleeping all night, right? So you're ready to jump in, and I get it. I'm so excited. You're going to feel better. And we want big changes, so we make big changes. And this is the part where I want you to stop and to just reassess. So you might probably, your first instinct, I know mine is and always has been, I'm going to cut my calories way down. I'm I've seen people with 1,200, 1,000, 800, 500 calories, and then we eat super clean, whatever that means for you, and then start a new workout program that's, of course, super intense and just hit it really hard. And then, like I said in the beginning, you're sore, you're tired, you're cranky, you're hungry, you're not sleeping, you're fighting with your friends or your spouse or your kid. Like, it just, man, everything falls apart. And you go, wow, it's not sustainable. And you have to eat food. And then you fall apart and you have to eat food. And then it feels like you lost all of that progress. So you have to eat food for your body to function. Let's start there, okay? So how do we stop this yo-yo patterning of doing a program, losing weight, gaining weight, nothing's working, falling off, restarting? Like, we can get off that pattern. So the first thing I want you to know is that willpower has nothing to do with this. Willpower is almost moderately a myth, kind of, right? It's real, but also it's definitely affected by your hormones, which overpower our willpower. Okay, so if you feel like crap because of program that you're doing, it's not the right program for you. You shouldn't be doing anything that's making you feel worse, okay? And you're trashing your metabolism and just making it harder on yourself. So your hormones overtake your willpower. So let's put willpower a little bit lower on the list, okay? So the second thing I want you to do is start low and slow. So yes, eating less, about 30% of your maintenance calories based off of your weight. So to figure that out, let's say you weigh 200 pounds. 200 pounds times 15 is 3,000. So 3,000 would be your maintenance calories per day. And then we want your caloric deficit to be 30%. So we'll multiply your 3,000 maintenance calories by 0.7. So 3,000 times 0.7 equals 2,100 calories. So this is a great place to start. You also, of course, see, I always have hiccups on lives. I'm so sorry. Track your food at least for 2 weeks and see where you are. You might be really surprised and go, holy cow, I did not realize that I was eating 5,000 calories in one day, because 3 trips to Starbucks add up. You might think, ooh, I got the healthy option at Chipotle, but it's really high in carbs and calories. And a coffee creamer is definitely one of those sneaky ones that sneak up, and you're like, oh, it's just a little bit of coffee creamer. And then you finally measure it and you're like, ooh, that's 1/4 of a cup, not a tablespoon. That might have happened to me. I love my coffee creamer. But I've gone creamer free as I'm working on my program and doing this Metapower challenge. So all those little things add up. You might be surprised and you're actually only eating 800 or 1,000 calories, and you need to really bump it up so your body stops and gets out of starvation mode, okay? The next thing I want you to do is really get into just walking. Slow walking, really easy. You don't have to go couch to 5K. You don't have to be a superstar and force yourself to run. Walking is shown to be the best thing for insulin resistance while priming the metabolism. And then as you build strength and cardiovascular fitness, you can start layering in other things, because weightlifting is the next best thing for insulin resistance, cellular health, and your metabolism. But while you're getting ready to do these big changes, you don't want to go 100% all in. You're going to be sore, you're going to hurt yourself. It's not going to be worth it. And it's going to confuse your hormones. So start low and slow and build up. Sometimes that might mean a minute. All right, I'm going to do 5 minutes today. This is my first time walking. And then maybe the next time you go out, you go for 8 minutes. And then next week, 10, like, go slow. Maybe for you, it's distance. Like, okay, I'm going to do 1 lap around my cul-de-sac today. And tomorrow I'm going to do 2 laps. And then maybe the next week I can get out to the stop sign, and then the next stop sign. And so pace yourself. There's nobody judging you. There's nobody watching. There's nobody tracking you but you. So allow yourself to set those goalposts, but also take it pretty slow. And then there's a few metabolism practices that I love to incorporate. First is breathing and breath work. Our body needs oxygen, which we know, but we don't think about because we're so blessed to have all these automatic systems. So we breathe. Most of us breathe through our mouth. We breathe really shallow. We breathe with our shoulders. So I really like the Wim Hof app. And also he has free videos on YouTube that take you through breathing exercises to, one, help increase your cardiovascular fitness, increase oxygen to your body and your brain, your extremities, your organs. Is really awesome. Helps with energy, focus, brain fog, things like that. And breathing is one of the main ways that we release weight. This is really cool. So researchers found that when they follow the path of the atoms of weight loss leaving the body, they found that when 10 kilograms of fat were oxidized, 8.5 kilograms were converted and excreted as carbon dioxide via the lungs. And 1.6 kilograms became water. So when we say, oh, it's water weight, like say you lose a few pounds really quickly, and we go, oh, it's just water weight. Well, yes, you're urinating most of it out, but you're also breathing it out. So if your body becomes overloaded with carbon dioxide and you're breathing really shallow, like you're not going to feel good. You're not going to be detoxing. So allow your lungs to detox. Throw some peppermint, some breathe on your chest, some lavender, frankincense, something that opens you up, that feels really good, and get into your breathing exercises. When I first started doing the holds, I lasted like 20 seconds, and today I got up over a minute. So I'm growing, I'm changing, and it takes practice. And again, nobody's watching. I'm telling you this freely, but no one's watching over my shoulder looking at my app going, you know, other people can hold for 2 minutes. Nobody cares, okay? Breathing exercises, holding your breath, 5.5 second breathing, alternate nostril breathing, all of that also resets your vagus and your nervous system. So your body's going to be more in a calm state. And when it's calm and it's safe, we can release weight. We can have more energy to do the things that we love, and our libido goes up, and we want connection and love and touch. And, you know, at this point, like, sure, weight loss would be great, but feeling whole and complete and safe and comfortable is so cool, okay? The other thing that I encourage you to do is alternating hot and cold water in your shower. So this is great for stimulating your vagus and your nervous system, but it also jumps up our metabolism, stimulates our thyroid, stimulates oxygen and blood flow throughout our entire body. There's so much research and science on it. I'm not even going to go through it right now. Yes, it sucks. I've been avoiding it for 15 years, and I recently actually just started doing it. So I would suggest a warm shower first, then use cold water to wash your hair with shampoo or whatever products that you use, because cold water is better for our scalp anyway. So then you're getting in the water, you're cold, what doesn't take long, and then switch it back to warm, maybe put conditioner in, wash your body, and then jump back into cold water, wash everything out of your hair again, stay as long as you possibly can. That's great. So start slow, maybe not as cold. You don't have to turn it all the way. We don't have to do extremes. We can start with the middle, the beginning. That's okay too. Some people say to do 30 seconds of each. So 30 seconds hot, 30 seconds cold, 30 seconds hot, 30 seconds cold. It might be too much for you. If this is new for you, it was too much for me. I don't want to do that. Others say 10-minute warms, 3-minute cold. Well, now we're in the shower for like half an hour, but that's up to you. That's okay too. And some people say at least alternate and maybe do 30 seconds of cold water and then go back to warm. 30 seconds of cold, back to warm. Just start and see how your body functions. If you're getting ready for the day, then you want to end with cold water. Bummer, I know, especially right now in the winter, but that will leave your thyroid maximized to pump out hormones, increase your metabolism to warm up your body. If it's at nighttime, you're going to want to end with warm water so that way you can rest and go to sleep and your body is more calm and safe. Where is it? Oh, lastly, get started with that Meta Power program. It's so powerful. We have all kinds of PDF guides and videos and all kinds of support for you to do this together. And then I would also layer in digestive enzymes like Terrazyme, take 2 with each meal, and then take probiotics like PB Assist, really just to prime your gut, because we're going to make big changes. We want to make sure that your food quality is good, that you're not overdoing it, you're not going to have any detox reactions. And there's a lot of chemicals in our gut like persistent organic pollutants, POPs, and LPS that if you eat, say you go out and you have a hamburger and you feel like crap the next day, you're sore and you're tired, or you're having all that LPS reactions, detox reactions, and it's even worse with things like soda. So we want to really support our gut as we start detoxing, so that way you're not gonna fall out and feel like crap, okay? And then you start layering in different meal plans, trying different things. How does your body respond? Tracking, like, okay, today I had 100 grams of carbs and I felt good, my stress was good, and my sleep was good. And then the next day you had 200 grams of carbs, and holy cow, were you tired and sleepy and hangry, and you're tossing and turning all night. But maybe you went down to 40 and you were coffee. I need more coffee. Hungry and cranky, and you just didn't sleep last night. So maybe it's somewhere around 60. Like, play with it and see where you feel. There's no one magic number, okay? So I'm so excited for this program, but I'm also excited to really just support you. So you can schedule a call with me, ask any questions that you have about the program, or MetaPower if you just want to join in with that challenge and get started, get your products, run it on your own, because we're able to give you so much information right off the bat. It's up to you. And really it's about tweaking and figuring out your body. Give yourself a month and then switch things up. Add in fasting, try intermittent fasting. Like, let's figure out you and what you need to feel your best. Okay, I will throw all those links in there in the description or the comments here as soon as we get done. And I'm here to support you. So I will see you guys soon, and have a great day.